Okay, let's talk about Anubis. Nearly called him Gooby, but let's talk about Anubis. So, Anubis is tried and true, the exact same. Similar to the Arnho video that I just made, Anubis is pretty much the exact same from Smite 1. There is a tiny difference, but first we'll go over the kits. He gets lifesteal and prots, the lower he gets, right? I like it because there's no pen on it, so it's a plus, but, you know, the lower you get, the harder it is to kill you, essentially, if you have spells up. We can right-click it to get more, information. That's the word I'm looking for. So you gain a stack of the buff for each 10%. So it's nearly 30% of everything. Oh no, it goes to 8. Never mind. Don't mind me, bro. Just 24% on everything. Okay? Nothing to sneeze at. That's an extra Bloodbound book right there. You know, a lot of stats. Anyway, moving on. The 1 hits 12 times over 2.5 seconds. You move at 35% of your move speed while you're channeling. Now, normally I talk about all these stuff and then go into this, but this is why I think Gem of Focus is pretty good on Anubis, okay? It increases your move speed, which in turn, like let's just say we do this, it increases your move speed while you're running as well. So, very helpful there. So yes, you can still move while you one. Very good. Your 2 does physical damage, okay? And it scales with strength. So maybe well, that was interesting, but maybe in the future there's some Anubis axe tech. So just start the game with this, the 10 strength, go for a level 1 invade and use Anubis as the range support. Obviously I am reaching here, but you know, maybe there's some tech there. Just start with axe and pots, walk up, go for a little initiation with the physical ability, auto attacks as well. Probably more, you know, probably actually way less beneficial than using an actual ability, but always fun to think about. Anubis 3 is the exact same. Pretty much the exact same. It slows them, it does damage, we all know it, we all hate it, we all love it. Then the ult is a little bit different. So the ult now has an initial burst of damage. You see channel to deal a burst of 560 damage and then repeatedly deal damage. So now Anubis gets paid a lot more if he hits that first boom, okay? One thing I didn't know actually before hopping in and making this video is, does it collateral first? It does. So that's 560 to all 3 Ymir bots, right? So your first initial tick of the beam, important, okay? Remember, it is important. What this also does is you can now use this as like a kind of secure. Every other mage might do a bit more damage, but you can use this on objectives now for secure. Let's just run through the build. This is probably the build I'll go for, but not the build order. So what I'll do is I'll get rid of everything so we can see the build order, because things shuffle around. So the first thing you want on Anubis is Bloodbound Book. This is your lifesteal, okay? This is Book of the Dead. This is where if you get low, you get a shield, but also has good intelligence and it has good lifesteal too. Perfect. Next up, in my opinion, you go straight for Eldritch Orb, due to this just being a lot of intelligence, right? You just want power on Anubis. Really good spike. There is an argument here in this slot where if you want to feel frisky, you can go for Necronomicon. So what Necronomicon does is it's 200 intelligence with 20 cooldown if you can fully stack it, but you're also losing protections. So for the safer option, get Eldritch Orb, right? But that's still fine. You can still get this item. Next up is my favorite mage item. Honestly, one of my favorite items in the game. Gem of Focus. I like Gem of Focus over Chronos Pendant because it's cooldown rate and, you know, MS plus more power. Just everything you need. I think Anubis needs it to get away. He has no mobility. Next up, at this point, we're going to get Soul Reaver. Now, Soul Reaver is the Sobek head. It's called Soul Devourer now. This just does current HP as bonus magical damage. You know, good tank shred. It's decent. Like, it's just an item that you need to have just because stats are good, right?
With this, I
Unfortunately. And then what we're going to do is get some pen here. Pretty late pen, but I feel like intelligence is so strong and not many people are building too much magical D. Not many people are building like this plus Shoguns or the Mirror plus Ruinous Arc, although that is the build against Anubis. We'll go back. So grab your pen, and then for the last item, I If I don't need to get Divine Ruin, you probably get this earlier, by the way. Big fan of Dreamer's Idol. It's just pure int. And late game, very, very fun. Very, very big. So, the whole synergy here is, this is just pure AP with a pen item, a lifesteal item, and then that's your cooldown. That's it. The rest of it is just, well, obviously you need Soul Reaver, and then it's just 2 pure intelligence items. So, with Dreamer's Idol, as you can see, I have 420 AP, or intelligence, sorry. I pop it, I go to 504. So, this gives 85 plus, when I activate it, I get another 80. So it's 160 int with this build. If I had a Necronomicon in the build, and I had kills, it would be even more, right? This, obviously situational. You can go into something else. You can get Blank if you need to get away. This seems to be the thing. If you really feel like you want more cooldown, I don't advise it, but you can get a Chronos Pendant if you really want to. Worldstone's a decent option, just 20% on your cooldown. I wouldn't advise Jade Scepter. I think this item sucks. That sucks. Poly, probably not the best. Divine Ruin's fine. This is fine. Chronos Pendant's fine. You know. Use your brain. Think critically. And then, yeah. That's literally Anubis. Not much has changed. The only thing that I would advise is grab Dreamer's Idol if you want to have some fun. You wrap. I'm about to say, it's just going to go through him. He's bugged. Hopefully it wraps here. So, even if it doesn't hit him, I'll do it. You wrap with your 2. You press Q. Or, actually, the real combo is you 3. You press 3. You press 2. Actually, how long does this go for? It's 10 seconds. Actually, fuck it. It's Q, wrap, 2. Now, I had a little bit of a muscle memory of the auto cancel. With DR and with Anubis ult, honestly, it might just be better if you can. So, Smite 1 players, we're all old heads, and we're probably used to 3ing and then wrapping and then ulting. So what that can do is, like, it gives you the best chance for killing in Smite 1. Honestly, let's strip it down to what it is. The game's in alpha. The kit is different. Focus on just solo killing with wrap ult, because that first burst is going to be more valuable than hitting 2 ticks of your 3 and potentially giving away your position, right? So if you have the chance, just wrap ult. Use the burst on this. Anyway, that's Anubis.